Hi everybody, it's Judy. Today is Wednesday, January 8th, 2014, and this is my 6-week post-op VSG. My surgery was on November 27th, 2013. My highest weight was 251.1. On the day of surgery, it was 238.4. Last week, my weight was 224.4, and this week it is 222.4, which is a loss of 2 pounds this week, which I will take that. Since surgery, I've lost 16 pounds, and overall I have lost 28.7 pounds. So I am really happy about that. Just want to say it's pretty late. It's like 10 o'clock here in the Midwest. I'll probably upload this tomorrow because it's been a very, very, very long day. It's been a very long week. As everybody knows, or if you've been living under a rock, the Midwest has been in a deep freeze since Sunday. And I am done with it. I am so done with this weather already, and it's only January 8th. I don't know how much more we could take. But it started Sunday with snow. We got an additional 10 inches of snow. I live in Illinois, by the way. I'm about 30 miles southwest of Chicago, so I'm in the Chicago suburb, Bolingbrook to be exact. Drew Peterson made us famous, but I don't know him, so don't ask. But yes, I live in Bolingbrook, Illinois, which is about 30 miles southwest of Chicago. So we had about 10 inches on Sunday, and then the deep freeze came in overnight into Monday, where the high was a negative 16. We broke a record, which stood back in 1988 as a negative 14. So it was 16 below zero on Monday. Wind chills were 45 degrees below zero, and we had wind gusts of between 45 to 60 miles an hour. So needless to say, this girl did not go to work on Monday, even though the office was open, which is a whole nother story because they care more about the almighty dollar than the safety of their employees. But like I said, that's another story. Monday, it was hazardous just to get out of your driveway. But Tuesday was also very, very cold. I think it was minus 10 maybe. It was definitely thermal underwear weather, which I wore. Driving was just horrid. It's still horrid. They plowed our streets in a residential, I'm in a residential area. They plowed our streets, but once they plowed it, it is so smooth and so iced up, and salt will not melt the ice because it's too damn cold. So the streets are like an ice skating rink. I white knuckle it all the way to work. It is so draining once I get there, and I'm late. Once I get there, I am just exhausted just from trying to keep my car on the road. So it's been a long week so far, and it's only Wednesday. But the temperatures are rising. We're supposed to be in the 30s by the weekend. But then again, it's going to rain, so all that snow will melt, and then we'll have flooding. So hooray for us in the Midwest. Anyway, back to weight loss surgery. Okay. Saturday, before the weather hit, I went to Goodwill and I brought them 2 bags of clothes. And then I went right next door into their store area, and I bought a bag of clothes because I am now a smaller size. This top that I'm wearing is an extra large. I was wearing double X to triple X. And I should have been more in a triple X, but I knew I was having surgery, so I decided not to buy any extra clothes. I was just going to wear my tight double X. But anyway, this is an extra large. I paid $3.99 for it, so yay me. Okay, also Monday, I had an appointment with my surgeon and the dietitian. And I don't know if it's the camera or what, but now it looks like the lighting is getting darker. So I hope, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry if it's getting darker. I don't know what's going on. It's a different camera. I'm usually recording on my iPhone or my iPad, and this is a camcorder. But now it looks like it's gotten darker. Anyway, okay. Like I said, it's been a long day. I'm tired. Okay, my surgeon, Monday. Yes, I went out Monday on that very frigid, cold day. I dragged my husband with me. He was home. They canceled his flight. He usually travels for business. And they canceled his flight. So I said, well, since you're home, would you mind driving me to my doctor's appointment? Because I really don't want to drive in this. So he came with me. But anyway, I saw the surgeon and the dietitian. Dietitian came in first. She liked everything she saw. You know, my weight went down. She asked me what types of food I was eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, what I was having for snacks, how much am I eating, all that stuff. She said, oh, you sound like you're doing fine. Just keep it up. No problem. She says, I do want you to go for some blood work. We want to run some labs on you to see, you know, how you're doing. And then I'll send the doctor in. I said, okay, fine. So the doctor came in, and I will give you this little story before. When I had the lap band, the last year and a half when I had the lap band, every time I went to the surgeon's office, I was complaining. I was not a happy camper with the lap band. It was either too tight or too loose. And every time I went, I would complain. It hurts to eat. I can't eat anything. I can't even drink water. It hurts when the food goes down. And then it would be too loose because he would take some out. And then I'd go back and I'd gain weight. And I said, well, I have no restriction. I can eat anything I want. I won't say anything I want, because I was eating all the right stuff, just too much of it. And I was gaining weight, and I said, you know, now I'm too loose. And then he tightened me up again. And then I complained the next time, going, I'm too tight, I can't eat, it hurts to eat protein. So it wasn't until, I believe, June, when I finally brought it up to him. I said, you know, I'm seriously thinking about getting a revision to the vertical sleeve gastrectomy. He said, oh, let's give it one more try. And at that time, I had been unfilled, so I was going back for a fill. So he says, let me give you a fill. We'll see how this goes. I said, all right. So he fills me up to 5 cc's, which twice before, that was always too tight. And anything less is too loose, so I don't get it. But anyway, fills me up. I was good for about 2 weeks. I had some restriction. It was thinking, maybe this might work. But no sooner than after 2 weeks, every day, I felt to get a little bit tighter. A little bit tighter. Till the week before I was to go back to him, I was almost in the emergency room twice because I was so tight that I couldn't eat any protein whatsoever. It had to be soft food. I could not eat chicken, fish, pork, you name it. I could not eat it unless it was soft. And about 2 or 3 days before I went to see him, I was in so much pain that I had never felt before. It was excruciating, and I was in tears. My husband was home, my son was home. They kept that, are you okay? You know, I came this close to going to the emergency room. But what had saved me was I eventually got sick. I threw it all up. And once that happened, and I threw everything up that was not only in my pouch, which wasn't much, it was all in the stomach, I threw it all up. And that's when I told my husband, after I was crying, I said, this is the worst thing I've ever done, getting the lap band. And I meant it. It was not for me. So that next week when I saw the surgeon, I told him what had happened. And I said, I want the revision to vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And he said, yes. He says, we'll go for that. I will write a letter to your insurance company and we will see if we can get it done. Well, needless to say, 2 weeks later, insurance approved the revision. Now, I could have had my surgery done like in September, but there was a lot of things going on at work. And then in November, I was going to Hawaii, so I had figured I'm going to do it at the end of November, hence November 27th. Now I'm going to bring you back up to date. Okay, so surgeon walks in, looks me straight in the eye, and he says, so, you got any complaints for me now? And I chuckled and I said, no. I said, I am good with this. He said, well, you're looking good. You got to be feeling good. And I said, yes, I feel very, very good. So he says, good. He said, now that I've given you the tool, and now that I'm putting you on no restrictions on what you can eat, like no more purees, no more soft foods, you can eat. He says, now you have to deal with your demons. So if you were the type of person who went to McDonald's all the time, or Dunkin' Donuts, or Taco Bell, or wherever it is that used to be your favorite, you still got to drive by those places. He says, I gave you the tool, but now it's going to be all up here. You're going to have to face your demons. He said, the sleeve isn't going to stop you from eating French fries, cookies, cakes, ice cream, whatever it is that you used to love before, that the sleeve will not stop you. Now it's all up here. And I said, I understood, and I will do right by my sleeve. I will put protein in. So after my visit with the surgeon, the dietitian came back and she said, you know, I want to do some blood work. So just go on upstairs. You don't need to be fasting or anything. Just go upstairs. They'll take care of you. I said, okay, fine. Well, today I got a call from the doctor's office. And you know they never call you just to say, oh, yeah, your blood work was fine. No. So it was the dietitian, and she said that the protein in my blood was low. It was 15, and she wanted it to be between 20 and 40. So she says, from now on, not only do I eat my 3 meals, but for a snack, have a high protein drink. Or I could take like unflavored protein powder and mix it in with something that I'm eating so that I'm getting the added protein. She wants me up to 70 grams of protein a day. Now, when I first started this, the pamphlet said for women it was between 50 and 60 grams of protein. And I was getting my 60 grams in, no problem. But she wants to bump it up to 70 grams. And she also mentioned to start strength training. So as soon as I'm able to either get to the gym or find something around here, I'm going to start doing some weight training or strength training, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so after work, I mean, I went to work late today. Not that I did it on purpose. I left. But traffic was so bad because of this weather that I got to work late, which meant I had to stay late. And then I sat in my car for 15 minutes so it would warm up. And then I left the parking lot at work, and what the hell, it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and I'm stuck in traffic. What is up with that? So then I had on my way home, I figured I'd stop at the store to pick up some protein drinks and little odds and ends. I didn't get home till 8:30. I just shoved some turkey meatballs in my mouth. I think I had five turkey meatballs. I think 3 have 14 proteins in them. So I almost had 28 grams of protein. I was 1 meatball shy, but I'm slap happy right now. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's been a long day. I'm tired, but I'm happy that I lost 2 pounds this week. So I hope everyone's doing well. I know there was some other stuff I want to talk about, but I'm just too tired right now to remember. And you gotta realize, you know, when you hit 50s, sometimes the memory just goes. I gotta write shit down. Otherwise, I could walk out of the room and go, what was I gonna go get? My husband and I are the same way. We have to write everything down. I don't know why. But see, again, I digress. I'm sorry. If I remember what I was going to talk about, I may do another video. I may write it down and do it for next week. I really don't know. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a great week. Stay warm if you're in this frigid weather, which I'm sure most of the nation is. So please stay warm, stay safe, and believe in yourself and love yourself.